Hey Coleman, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. I wasn't sure whether I was going to go live today. A lot of times I have insomnia, so I didn't get much sleep. So I said, well, I'll just come on for a little while. I hope you're doing good. Um, Another hot day. Hope you're great. I'm feeling bad. I guess I can't eat watermelon no more. I got nauseous all I get nauseous always now. Do you think it's because of the dental work you were doing, or that's just something that's happening to you now? Yeah, yeah, it is sad um, because of his death, and I kind of understood why he didn't tell people he had colon cancer. Um, who knows some of the parts that he wouldn't have got. And not that that would be the number one priority, but I think that's what kept him going, doing something he loved to do, along with fighting and with chemo and surgeries and, you know, okay, it might be. Yeah, especially, like when I go to the dentist sometime and I have work, and sometimes it's the medication that they give you, like at least in my case, they give you medication and that may contribute to your nausea. Oh, okay, it happens every time you eat. Yeah, and that could be another reason. People would have their little snide remarks or whatever. I think the majority of people would have been supportive, but you know how it is on YouTube. You come out with something positive, you come out with something on your channel that's interesting, and here come the trolls. And they don't care what they say. They just want the attention, and they troll from channel to channel. So it's no different with the people, just crank that up 1,000 times for the people in the spotlight, like him and other actors. Yeah, they're just they probably would have said all kind of crazy stuff on Instagram and Twitter and all that. So I can kind of see him just, doing what he have to do and fighting it, you know, in silence. He has a support system as far as his wife. I would imagine. I don't even know a lot. I really don't think a lot of his friends would have known because somebody probably would have leaked it out. So I think he was really, really particular, really, of who he told. I really, yeah. There's just so many mean people out there. So I can understand why he kept it to himself and his uh, close ones. Like his wife was the only one that knew. Hey, Crystal Hayes, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for the like and the hugs from the Hayes family. Yeah, I was just saying that I had one of my bouts with insomnia. And to be honest with you guys, okay, I looked at the clock. I said, okay, I'm not going to fight it. I looked at the clock and it was like 5 in the morning, and it was, sun coming up, and then I laid there, got on YouTube for a little bit. Um, my dogs was hungry, so I fed them. So I think I fell off to sleep about noon, just for a little bit. I didn't sleep long. And here I am, so I wasn't really sure if I was going to come on the live because I didn't want to be dragging, you know what I mean? But here I am. Here I am. Yeah, and that doesn't help, Coleman. That doesn't help the heat. When it's hot, it drains you of your energy, but don't put me to sleep. I put my air on and tired, but I can't sleep. So I said, well, you know what? I'll come on for a little bit because I really didn't. I just wanted to express my condolences to the Bossman family and friends because I had heard about it. Then I start seeing a whole other people, bringing up. I said, well, I don't need to do it because there's so many content creators, and I just get like, this is just. I just feel so bad for the families, and he has endured this for years, and working through it. I think that's what I'm going to do, Coleman. That's a great idea. And I thought about that. I thought about, why don't I just, if I come on here and just for a little bit, and then later on, like, 8:30, 9 o'clock, come on and try to and come just for a little while. Yeah, that's a great idea though. Crystal Hayes says, LOL, my brother loved to sleep in summer. They can't sleep in the winter. Me and my sisters are opposite. I think I sleep better in the winter too. You know what? Hey, Crystal, and then get under them covers. It'd be cool. And a lot of times I don't even turn on my heat. I just put more covers on and get all cozy. Maybe drink a cup of tea. You know what I mean? One of those herbal teas and just and just snuggle up and have my pillows all fluffed up. Yeah, I'm the same way. But you know what, Crystal? You know what? I sleep good when I'm on a cruise. Oh, when I go on a cruise, I just sleep wonderfully. And of course, I've been saying to myself, okay, should I make one for 2021 or 2022? But I said, well, I'm a wait because then you don't know whether they're going to offer a percentage of your money back if the cruise can't if you can't go on the cruise, or will they give it all back or whatever. So I say, you know what, I'm not even going to deal. I'm just going to wait. But I'm telling you, that's that's some of the best sleep that I get. I think that most times it's like you can't tell you're on water. And I don't know if you guys ever been on a cruise or not, but if you haven't, when things get, closer to normal, at least at least go on one that's 3 or 4 days if you don't know whether you'll like it or not. And if you get seasick, take the pills or the shot or the not the shot but the patch, and they say do that 48 hours before you know you cruise. And I don't get seasick even when the water's a little rougher. I don't get seasick, but as long as it's not too rough, if it's a little rough, I can still I can still sleep good because it's like the ship is just rocking a little back, just a little bit, like you being rocked in a cradle or something. Need a good tea, good cocoa. Yeah, I got some good herbal teas and chamomile is good. And I drink a lot of green tea with a little honey and lemon. I don't like, well, I won't say I don't like sugar in my tea. I prefer lemon. And then when I drink iced tea, I can have things in it, but I like it no sugar, no honey. My iced tea, no sugar, no sweetener. I don't like I don't, I prefer no sugar. And that sweet tea is just too sweet for me. So that sounds weird, but I want it really, really, really cold with a lot of ice cubes, in my iced tea, but no sweeteners. Lemon is good, but So yeah, I'm like you. I like the I like the I like the winter months better. Crystal says me and my sister slept outside in my brother's beach house here in Hawaii. You in Hawaii? Oh my gosh. Surrounded by all that beautiful water. See, I've never been. And I've been, and it's funny because I can't do it now and I don't want to set it now, but it's like I would love to take a cruise to Hawaii. I think they have them where you go to like three or four ports, but like from Los Angeles to Hawaii, or I think you can leave from San Diego, which would be closer for me to Hawaii, and take those like 15-day, and you don't have to fly anywhere. Just get on that ship and just go straight to the islands. Hawaiian Islands is like, oh my goodness. I can just imagine being at the beach house in Hawaii and just the beautiful waters, because I heard I think that was Hawaii I heard, but the water is just so crystal clear and just beautiful. Hey, wild boy, how you doing? How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, we're just talking about Hawaii. And Crystal, she brought up, being at her brother's beach house in Hawaii and like, oh, it just seems so tranquil and being near that water. Okay, it's I heard people, well, I can imagine, people would not even need air conditioning because the ocean's right there and you get that wonderful ocean breeze. Oh, that sounds like paradise. Oh, you're doing good. Yeah, I am. Um, I was telling them I had my little bout with insomnia. So, I'm trying not to drag. And if I feel like I can't continue this live, I'll just probably come on later on today. But let's see what's happening. Um, by me talking, it kind of perks me up a little bit. Yeah, yeah. I was just also wanting. I had not said anything about uh, Bossman's death, Chetwick's death, and just a lot of people out there giving the information. So I figured that was enough, And but I did want to come on and just mention him on my live, just to pay my respects and condolences to his loved ones. And then I was reading some articles, saying that him and Felicia Rashad, the one that played Bill Cosby's wife in the series. Yeah, um, I was reading an article that they had a really good relationship that fact, she was his teacher and mentor. And, he was just saying that she was one of the people that believed in him and that he don't, and she was always cheering him on. And he had just a lot of people helping him, you know, him and also her and also Denzel Washington, so um, she was his acting instructor. So he learned from the best because she had years and years of experience and a lot to offer him. And he was saying that she would, when she talked to him or when she see him, she would tell him, you've been eating, you look too skinny now. You need a pork chop, So I can just imagine. So I don't even know if he told her about his cancer, you know. But some people just don't want others to worry either, I don't want her worrying about me. Crystal says, three great guys, Kip, Noble, and Kevin, just when you went to go. I'm not reading that right. Three Kip, Noble, and Kevin, just when you went to go, want to go. Everybody speaking to each other. Yeah, wow, boy, that was sad. And the first person that I heard that from was DOD, you know. And I went on there and said, "Oh no, I had not heard." He's the one that I got the story from. And then I began to see, I don't know if he was the first one, but he's the first one I learned that he had died. And then I started seeing everybody else, talk about it. And like I said, I just didn't want to go behind and do it again. I figured, okay, everybody knows, and I'm just not going to, and I'll mention it on my live. Crystal said, go to Kip channel. You can see the beautiful waters. Okay. And listen to the new songs that they. Oh, okay. I'll do that. I'll do that. Maybe it'll help me put me to sleep, Crystal. I'll listen to it and then I'll just turn the volume down and watch the waters. That might be the trick for my insomnia. Um, right, right. Well, boy, he posted that first. As far as me seeing it, my brother Noble, like by Black Panther, I know he's upset now. Yeah, it's just that is just so young. What, 42? Hey, Miss TR, how you doing? Yeah, that is just so young. That's why a lot of people, and I guess it's natural, but a lot of people, maybe, uh, they start talking about growing older, and the way they talk is like something that they're dreading. And to me, I say to that, do not dread getting older. What's the alternative of getting older? To die young. So I would tell people, don't don't rush it, you know, when you're in your teens and whatever, you can't wait till you're 21 to do this and the other. And years ago, when I was one of the managers that was about oh, 40 years younger than me. He would hear us talking and he would tell us, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Savor the days, savor the years. Because I'm telling you, people, if you are fabulous when you're young, when you get older, and you're gonna be more fabulous. So don't be afraid of getting older, because the alternative is not what you want. You want to live longer and experience life and do things and explore and experiment with things, and just take those years, uh, and and just what many people do. They could look back at the younger years, and then the stage they are now, and say, oh, how much I've learned. If I could take what I am now and put it in them younger years, I would be more fabulous now. But take those experiences, honey, and learn from them. But do not be afraid. I'm talking to the younger people. Don't be afraid of growing older. It's life. And when you live right, and you love God, and I'm not trying to convert nobody right here. You believe what you believe. But like me, I believe what I believe. But then after you have a good life, and you live, and you get older, and then when it's time for you to go, and then you get eternity to enjoy. And that's the way I look at it. After all was said and done, and you live your life, because this is not, our home, people. This earth is not our home, not really. Count the years the average years that people are on earth. This is not our home. So we get to after this, and if you can make this lifetime experience um positive, and then go on off in eternity and enjoy yourself too, hey, don't despise getting old. That's the bottom line. Yeah, that might work. You'll be sleeping in no time. I know, Crystal. Like I said, and then we would go out on the deck and get in one of those. They had lights all around. Get in one of those lawn chairs and just watch the waves and everything. And a lot of people will go up there and fall asleep in the lawn chairs. It's a beautiful experience. Miss TR, thinking about that beer I saw in my fridge, just calling out. And you know what? That's funny you mentioned beer, because I was never a beer lover unless it was icy cold. And then it just hit the spot. But I don't drink, but I guess it's got a little alcohol in it. But those O'Douls, like a near beer, the not alcoholic, yeah, I've had those. And to me, icy cold, they taste the same without, because I don't like if you have a couple of beers, I would get headachy. So it was like, okay, I like that first one, and then you want a second one, and it just, it's just like, I'm gonna get that funky feeling, and I don't want that. But those O'Douls, to me, it tastes like just like beer without a lot of alcohol. There's a reason why we have short lifespans. God knew that there would be wicked men that would do much damage to society if they lived 100 years. Can you imagine, Wild Boy? Exactly, exactly. Because when the world was new, people lived hundreds of years. Methuselah, Methuselah lived 900 and something years. but that was a reasoning by, for that. Crystal says, "Did you hear about the people or any Guinness Book of Records being married for 75 years and both of them are over the age of 100?" I saw one couple I thought maybe I got the wrong couple, but they were interracial couple and they had been married for a long time. And I don't know if that's the couple you're talking about, but yeah, you know, if it happens that I would live to be in my hundreds, I'm gonna try to still enjoy. I'm a still, you know, I'm a still uh want to go on cruises. I'm a still want to just enjoy life, and but not if I'm sickly. You know what I mean? But if I'm like, cause my aunt, which is the last aunt that I have on either side of my family, she's 90. She's 90. She made 97 this year. Can you imagine, guys? 97. Okay, Wild Boy said he hadn't heard. 97. Okay, Crystal. She said she would be right back. And she, she said if it's time for her to go home, she's fine. Go home to the Lord, she's fine with it. But she's walking and she got her right frame of mind. Sometimes she has a senior moment, but for the most part, she's got her right frame of mind. She's she's more particular in her diet now. Just a lot of things that she just don't want anymore. And because of this pandemic, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. And if I do it, do my cousin want her even to, uh, you know, have it. I'm not sure. I have to talk to her, but I would make lemon pound cakes, and she loved my lemon pound cakes. And so what she would do, I would make her own cake, and she would dare somebody to, my cousin to go in there and take a piece. She would dare her. What she would do is cut her slices up real good, uh, um, pack it real good, um, and put it in the freezer. And each morning she would zap her a slice and have her a cup of coffee. So I'm gonna have to because I can make that cake for her. I can make it content because Victoriously Shea, she wanted um, she wanted me to show her how to make it so I can kill two birds. Well, actually three. I can teach Shay, show Shay how to do it. Then it'll be content for my channel, and then my aunt can enjoy it. So hey, Miss Tiara says, being Marilyn Gale, as sin or wrongdoing gets louder, we humans shorten our numbers of living. Yeah, I think so too, Miss Tiara. I think so too. I it's just the wickedness of this earth, and then to have the promise of eternal life with him. I mean, it's like, that's why I'm telling you, my aunt is saying, I'm ready. whatever he wants to do with me, he want me to stay down here a few more years. Like I said, she's 97. She done seen some things. Can you imagine? I mean, and it's fun to talk to her because she can. It's funny because things that happened long ago, she remember real good, and she can. My dad is passed, and I just miss him so much. And if when she tell me the things that they used to do as children, and tell me about the things my dad used to do, it's like it gives me comfort when she talks about my dad. Because she was with him longer than I was, and she got stories. She got stories. Crystal says, LOL, me and Kim got chased out of the You got chased out of the kitchen. Wild Boy says, Miss TR, people read the Bible but don't practice anything it preaches, me included. And I see what you're saying, Wild Boy, but as you get as you keep on reading and ask for understanding. And if you could find someone, whether that you trust to sit up under while they teach, and then you're also reading, and if you have questions, ask whatever. But if when you find yourself getting closer and closer to the Lord, then it's like you want to do things that will please Him. And then the thing, and we all do that. Wow, boy, you're not the Lone Ranger. We all fall short. Ain't none of us perfect. Ain't none of us doing everything we supposed to do every minute. And if anybody say they never sin, they never do this and that, and they live, they just perfect. They lying. They just sin because they lying. But it'll make you get closer when you understand. It's a lot of things about God we just not gonna understand. 'Cause with our little human brain. Crystal says, my question is somebody with an ornament machine gun can walk down the street and shoot people and go home to go to bed. Wow, man gets shot in the back and gets arrested breaking up a fight. Yeah, that just, after you hear so many things like that, and we live in a wicked world. And Mr. 45 said it's okay. Well, more things are coming out because I feel like they're looking towards 45. And anytime you say racists or racist groups are good people, you're giving a lot of people carte blanche to act a fool. Oh, well, he said they're good people, so it, talking to Matt, we all fall short. That's right. That's right, Miss TR. But continue wickedness, your eternity of places, not peace. You better say that, Miss TR. Amen to that. I have a 104-year-old aunt. She still walks around 6 and still dance. She stopped driving at the age of 99. Oh, and can still sing. We said she's going to sing with me when I get back to Philly. Oh, man, that would be such a. I want to see Crystal. I want to see her sing. Put that make a video. I would love to see that. A lot of people would. Shoot, that might go viral. Well, our boy says, right, Crystal. And they handcuffed him to his bed with bullets in his back. I will never respect police. Oh, it. I'm telling you guys, when I hear and see those things, it's like my spirit just aches and grieves. I don't even know these people. Didn't know Breonna Taylor. Didn't George. You know. Didn't didn't know any of those people. Um, but it just hurts my heart when I see that, and I'm still trying to understand. You know, like Andre Montgomery from Sweetie Pies. Along with that too, snuff that boy's light out, set him. I mean, you've been planning that for a couple of years or more. So things like that, it grieves our spirit. Yeah. And that's why when we do pray for those people, those families, and for comfort, pray for yourself too. Because we seeing all this stuff go in, go out, come about and happen. And our spirit grieves too. But think about how much more the family is hurting. If we hurt because of these things are happening and we're looking at them and we actually saw a man die right before our eyes, we actually saw that. That's gonna all of this gonna stick with us. She says she remembers the first time she walked side by side with Martin Luther King. Okay, now on the March to Washington. See, she got stories. She got stories. And I would, I can't do it right now, but like that would be so interesting just to have some questions down and record it and put it, and just let everybody enjoy the older generation. Can't do it now, and I can't do it over the phone, because the one thing is she has a hearing problem. And I think that's one of the things that as you get older, that's the one thing that, as you get older, a lot of people experience the loss of hearing. While boys saying right, Miss TR. Crystal says not all the police are bad. Have a cousin who's a good cop. My brother Ace, who passed away doing his job, that kept Trent. Oh, his twin brother. No, and I agree with you, Crystal. Not all cops are bad. Um, I had law enforcement in my family, and one law enforcement person, he was and his little friends that worked on the force with him, they were bad seeds, and that he was family by not by blood, but you know. But then I saw some uh people in law enforcement that had a good heart and was very disturbed about some things that they knew about. And they say they want to know, but then sometimes if you try to expose somebody that's doing that and you're on the force, uh, there's a lot of things that could happen. It's not so easy to expose somebody. Uh, you're scared of repercussions. And I'm not talking about the officers who watched a man, well, along with all of us, Floyd, die in front of our eyes. I'm not talking about that kind of thing. Then Dylan Roof kills black church members and into Burger King. What? Oh my gosh. I it's happened more than one time, but I'm thinking of the story you talking about, Wild Boy. Wild Boy said Crystal, but when they don't speak up, they become part of our problem. They do, but then again, let me give you a for instance. Some of them cops don't be taking they stop somebody and have all the marijuana or drugs, and they confiscate that stuff. They not taking that for evidence. They using that stuff because the cops I'm thinking about that I knew about, you know, a while back, honey, and at that time marijuana wasn't legal nowhere. They were smoking more than what the so called criminals were. So they wasn't gonna snitch on each other, wild boy. They wasn't gonna tell. But I'm talking somebody's life, watching someone die. Then you are part of the problem. If you don't help that man who's getting, choked out or whatever, I agree. You're part of the problem. Crystal says this is true, but my cousin is the kind of person who's going to speak up, and I agree with you. They don't speak up, nothing's going to get done. We all need to speak up. We all need to go vote. Yeah, some got to give because this is these are hard times. These are evil times, and then when we can grasp some happiness out of it, or a good story, or a good Samaritan story, I'm telling you guys, I be searching sometime. Let me find a good Samaritan story because everybody hear all these bad stories and all these crooked people stories and stuff. Let me kind of. It's hard. It's hard. And the ones that I do find, and I think I should probably just do those anyway, have happened long ago. So maybe I'll just use them anyway and just tell them, everybody like, okay, this was happening about, you know, 5 years ago, but, this is something I think is worthy of just bringing out to let you know some people still have good, kind hearts and that's why I brought that retired. I think he was a retired. I made a video of it. He was a retired Marine, and he was like, he just wanted to be a protest, a silent protest. What happened to Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and it in that particular time, it was like 101, two, or something like that outside. He had on his full uniform. And I believe that his mask had said, I can't breathe on it. I can't remember now. He stood out there so long that his shoes began to melt. He had to throw them shoes away because it was so hot, it was melting the rubber on his shoes. And, people noticed him, a few people noticed them. And so water was available. But I think he stood out there for at least 8 hours. And so I brought that out because, I wanted to show a man in uniform And you know he got some flack for it. You okay? White dude, you know he got some flack for it. So I just wanted to bring that out to show, uh, the little bits of humanity that people still have, and the empathy people have, but people don't want to see that, Crystal. People don't want to see that. You would think that would go viral. People don't want to see that. They want to see some drama. Level, and my brother just told me my aunt, who was 104, said she can twerk better than some of these people. She's been at the same church for 95 years, never missed a day until coronavirus. Yes, she can. I really would like to see that one. Wild Boy says blue gang is what police are. Many are, Wild Boy. A lot are. But I think there's a very small minority that we can still say, okay, here's one, okay, and here's one over here, and I really do, think that, but they so outnumbered by the bad ones. I bet you they feel if they said certain things, they would, lose their job. And because remember, uh, oh, I can't remember her name. She was a cop, and she got fired because she stopped an incident from going on because she felt like it was excessive force, and she got fired. And this was before the George Floyd stuff. It was before that, a couple of years ago, maybe a year, something like that. And she got fired, which means she loses her pension and all that. Miss Miss TR says, Maryland Gale, people don't understand that the blue code is the same as the street code of snitching. Yeah, yeah. And I think that's why she got fired, this lady, because they, I think they figured she broke the code. She wasn't supposed to tell that. They fired her. I think she lost her house and everything behind that, you know, because that would be on her employment record. And although when you call an employer, they're supposed to just, I think, the hiring date and the date you left or whatever. They're not supposed to get all in the particulars or whatever. But we know but we know that happens, especially if law enforcement. You go for another job and they call and they probably sing like a bird, all the stuff on your record. Crystal Hayes said Kip has a couple of good Samaritan stories he's going to put together as soon as he gets back. He took a homeless boy shopping and fed him. My brother Kip like to help people. That'd be, oh, I would love to see that kind of story, Crystal. We need to just show tidbits. Even if it's just, I mean, more than tidbits, but we need to show, even if it's tidbits of story here and story there, we need to hear um acts of how acts of random acts of kindness. That's what I was trying to say. We need to see that. Wow, Boy says police is the largest gang in America, not MS-13. Oh yeah, and you get a bunch of bad ones together. They ain't got nothing on the. I was gonna name the, but the two popular gangs. They ain't got nothing on there. Charles says, I think even more evil things will be exposed so that time is up. I think so too. People got phones they can record on. People with they, when people are out and about and they got a YouTube channel, they got their little recording device with them so they can pop them bad boys up at any time. So yeah, these things are going to be exposed. That's why, in my heart, I believe that Tim Norman, he wasn't finished. He wasn't finished, but he was stopped after his cousin, but he wasn't finished because they found out, and it was a rumor at first, but they found out it was true that he put $1 million insurance policy on his mother, and he's deep in debt. And I don't know when he put it on her, but he didn't get a dime for murder to hire, allegedly. He didn't get a dime. He owed child support, IRS, and he owed big big money to private people. And so that didn't work. And so that might have been his mother might have been the next target. And oh, that sounds horrible to say. It's hard for me to even say that. Put a hit on your mama. But I believe he did it. So I believe that this was meant to bring that story out. It was meant to for him to be exposed, to stop him from doing the next thing for money. Crystal said that's why we're in Hawaii now trying to set up this apartment building for homeless people. We have been feeding the homeless for 2 days, and my brother Kevin have been preaching the word of God, the word of the Lord. All right. See, Crystal, I know he's not doing it for this, but let me tell you, he is building his rewards in heaven. He is doing things with an eternal value. And oh my God, he's not doing it for that, but it nevertheless, the reward for doing that. See, that's when you get to heaven and you straight, but then you go before the bema seat of Christ, and then your deeds are put to put to the fire to see if they withhold, if they burn up, like you got some motives behind that. But if it withstands the fire, as far as being genuine and motive and all that, you got, that's where your reward. You in heaven now. That's a reward enough. But there's additional stuff. So that's just, that's why I've been just. I hear you, Crystal, because I want things. I want to do things of with eternal value. Not this little earthly stuff. Like I said, this is not our home. Boy says, Maryland, Miss, are you saying MS Mississippi gang is larger than C's and B's? I'm not sure what you said with that. Is that for Mississippi or Miss gang? I'm sleepy, wild boy. Crystal said, my brother Noble, the day that the guy got shot 7 times, he and his friend had a protest. Now they got guard duty for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, see there? And see, that is one of our rights, peaceful assembly. What happened to our right for that, to do that? Miss TR says, the greed for money is horrible. How low will you go for a click in a view or have a financial gain? Exactly. Oh, okay. I'm glad you, okay. Okay. See, that's something I need to know a little bit more, but I wasn't sure. I thought you were spelling, Mississippi, abbreviating Mississippi. Hold on, you guys, just a minute. I gotta take my dogs out. Yeah, I had to take them little dudes out because they were asleep because they like to sleep in my bathroom on the floor when it's hot. And they had gotten up and was stirring around like, okay, where's the fire hydrant? Where's the tree? So, you know, and let them out. What you say, MS is the most brutal game in America. I can believe that. Now, is that oh, I'm thinking about the cartel. I'm thinking about something else. Because somebody was telling me different towns, Mexico may not be the best place for tourists. You might find yourself in some trouble, and it's like, unintentionally, and you go there, don't you dress like no tourist, and don't dress like you got some money. And it's some towns that I heard, and I put it that way for the sake of, going live and being monitored, uh, allegedly, like Acapulco, just dangerous parts. I've never had any problems when I went. I was on a cruise and I never, oh, let me tell you one thing. Um, I had taken a tour and it was just taking, when you get off the ship, there's different people out there that want you to get on that little bus and take the little, oh, they work for the cartel. Okay, okay. Oh, ooh, okay. I hear you. Let me tell you my experience. Let me see what Crystal says. My family is on YouTube to have fun and bring you great music and love. And we need that part. Oh, yes, we need that part of YouTube because there's so many other things going on. It's the dark side. Well, YouTube have its dark side, okay? So we need the uplifting music, and that's why I feel, and it's not gonna help my watch time, not even a little bit. And that's why on Sundays I just want to play some gospel and some praise and worship. And I'm just doing that for the people that just want to be uplifted. They done went through some mess all week long, and all this messes in their spirit, and it's like, okay, release that, y'all. Let's just go before the throne and just worship him because he's worthy. And that's why I do that for me as well. I do that for me too. And it's so uplifting me finding the different songs to upload. And a lot of times while the song is playing, I'm worshiping too. It's like I'm recording it. But that's to keep me grounded with all this mess that we hear and see and observe. It's like, okay, I gotta release that. I mean, a woosah moment ain't got nothing on praise and worship. Miss Tiara says Mexico, the Dominican Republic, places like Brazil have high crime and a lot of poor people. Yeah, yes. We don't care about getting monetized. No, I have left that part and this has changed, from the beginning. I didn't know that you get money from it. Then I find out you can get money from this, and then I've been treated funky. And my monetization was taken away, and then now, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I care is because what you guys are doing, Crystal, as far as building things with eternal value. I think by helping children make sure they eat, finding different charities. I got one charity in mind for the people, for the children that are hospitalized because they got different forms of cancer, whatever. And then another part is for the cancer research. And then the parents get to come and they don't charge the family nothing. Things like that have eternal value, like what you guys are doing is that's what this channel. And I have another channel, and I said, okay, I'm gonna make it like that channel too. So I'm doing because faith without works is dead. I'm doing my part of it, but it's up to God whether what happens to this channel because I will not keep. And I've said this before, and I only repeat it because it bears repeating sometimes. I won't keep a dime of it. I want to do things with the outcome, the revenue to have eternal value, the same way your family is doing. So that's why I want to be monetized. But see, it's less pressure behind it. Say, God, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I leave it up to you. I put it in your hands and I'm going to leave it. Whatever direction, whatever you're going to do, if you're going to make this a success, I leave it to you. I'll just do my part. Like making, going on live, making uploads and some some uploads, some videos, may not be worthy. And so that's okay. Okay, wild boy. But the ones that he is pleased with, I'll see something out of it. But that's why I want to be monetized, Crystal. When they took my monetization, it had me. I had to stop and think. Okay, do I really want to do this? Or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. See, because I was going, I was striving toward, let me get this monetization, honey, because I want to remodel my kitchen completely. I want to make it just the way I want it. And I said, you know what? I gotta reevaluate my motives behind me. Lord, I'm gonna give it all to you. You own everything, so it's like it's yours, and you giving it to me. But let me give it back. And the thing about it, we cannot outgive God. So I know He gonna bless me because that's what He does. But I'm doing it because it fulfills me. It gives me fulfillment knowing that I'm gonna help somebody. Somebody. Okay, what you fix on the beach? Oh, stop it, Crystal. Before I go out, come out there. You gonna eat your dinner on the beach and watch the sunset. Ooh, I like your style. I like your style. But I'll save the story for the next time. I'll save the story for the next time. I was going to tell you about my experience in Mexico, and I seen more than I should have saw. And everybody else didn't catch on, but I saw it, but I act like I didn't see it because I wanted to get out of there safely. So anyway, I'll make a note to myself. I'm gonna end this live anyway. It's been an hour, and I thank you guys for coming in. Have a great evening. I'm gonna try to get me some sleep, and I won't come on tomorrow, but I'll have a good gospel praise and worship song for you tomorrow. So everyone have a good evening. Uh, how come I lost every? They took. Oh shoot, more than 2,000 watch time hours. I fought it, but I don't think I was dealing with staff. I think it was more so computers that was, because when I was in the process of me fighting back and trying to gain information, I was going to different sources trying to see, how I could get my time back. People that had experienced this and won and got their monetization back. So, I was checking channels for that. And lo and behold, I seen some people I knew over there. So it was happening to people. But you know what? I got a peace about it. I gave it to the Lord. I did, Miss TR. I gave it to the Lord because I didn't know what else to do. Because when you lose your monetization, you lose the support from YouTube. I had to get on Twitter to even correspond with. I don't even know who I was. What it might have been computer responses. I don't know what, but nothing came of me trying to fight for something that I felt I was being wrongly accused of. So you're gonna take my monetization? It's like, okay, I did what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, lost it. Yeah, they they didn't bother my subscriptions. I don't know which videos they're talking about, but I suspect it was the podcast that I use. I still disagree with their findings, with their choice, the way they did it. But I that's why I've changed up. When I do a podcast, I change the way I do it. I may still be wrong in how I'm not wrong in how I'm doing it, but it's still, you know, it still may not matter to them. But and I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna find out they did something wrong, give me back my watch time hours. Well, they haven't done that, and I'm not gonna hold my breath. You know, no, they didn't take all of them, so I didn't have to start completely all over. They took enough that I couldn't be monetized anymore. So I'm like, okay, let's see. Let me see in my head real good. I'm like 1,800 watch time hours. I need about 17, 1,800 watch time. So they didn't take the whole four. And so, you know what? I just had to look at it and say, God, I give it to you. Because you can open that door that nobody can open but you, and they can't close it. Nobody can close it. So, I thought you knew, Miss TR. I thought you knew. Yeah, they took my monetization the end of February. That's the reason why I start going live. But it didn't. But it still wasn't. It was I knew it was the Lord. It wasn't revealed. It was fun. It was revealed to me. I'll put it that way. It was revealed to me what my purpose was, and so on being on this channel and what I want to do with any revenue. So I just put it, I'm gonna do what I've been doing. I'm gonna do my lives, do my videos. I'm gonna do my part of it. I'm just not gonna put my feet up and say, Lord, fix it and not do nothing. Um, so the rest, I put it in His hands. You know how the Lord tell us, He'll fight our battles, and we supposed to just give it to Him and not take it back. No, it's all on the Lord on what happens. So I felt like what I wanted to do with the revelation, with the revenue, it was confirmed to me what I should do. So just letting it happen. So thank you, Miss Tiara, for coming in, and Crystal Hayes and Wild Boy, and who else was here? Um, like I said, I'm just thankful I got through this live, Miss Tiara, because I didn't get hardly no sleep. I know that Nadia had something going on, and I had to do the replay. I could not watch it because I was tired and I couldn't comprehend. So I just um, I just let it run. Oh, and thank you, Sexy Too Much for You, Coleman. She came through as well, so I want to thank her. So anyway, I'm gonna end this live. I'm gonna fix me something to eat, and hopefully I can sleep good tonight. Dang, you must have something that devil don't want people to hear. Something. That's what I say. But you know what, Miss TR? It made me want to strive more to talk more about the Lord, to make sure I put see that's something that I have in my mind. Me and the Lord have kind of, we have I have like promised without a verbal promise, but in my spirit, it's like I'm gonna do this, Lord. I'm gonna dedicate. Not only am I not going to withhold your name and deny you, I'm going to put up my praise and worship music so it will people will be in that mindset to know you more or to praise you, worship you. So that's something, and I was told by another person that well, you know, that's not in other words, that's not gonna get any clicks and views. But that's so that those who supposed to hear it, those who listen to it, is supposed to hear it. I don't care if it's 20, 25 people. So good night to you too. I'm a little tired. Maybe if I eat something, I'll fall off to sleep. But I'll see you guys. I'll probably see you if you do a live or whatever. But if not, then I'll probably be seeing you Monday or whatever. You have a good night. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank everybody who was here.